And the players going through their game preparation, making sure they're fully warmed up for the tip. And welcome everyone to another presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. First for the Spurs, Tony Parker is out there with Ginobili. And at the center position, one of the most highly skilled 7-footers in the game today. He can do it all. Pau Gasol. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Aldridge in at the 4 spot. And then for the Los Angeles Lakers, Russell is out there with Nick Young. And the big man at the center position, the towering 7'1" Russian Mozgov. And it's Dang in at the 4.
The Spurs would end up as the 2nd seed in the West and were right in the hunt for being the top seed for the majority of last season. But one reason they fell short was that they just weren't as good as they needed to be during in-conference games.
Russell against Parker. Feeds to Gasol. Nice D from Dang. Now Young. Going back to the Spurs, they did well against the West, but Steve didn't come close to matching the win totals of every other top team in the West.
Yeah, they would end the season with a 33-19 conference record, which, you know, is pretty good, but still only 5th best in the West. It shows you how strong the Western Conference was a year ago, particularly at the top. Looked to me like the defender didn't get squared up and get his feet set.
Good work by the officials. A nice call. That play can be tough to judge sometimes.
Now here's Ginobili. Leonard kicks to Parker. Jacks up a 3. Rebounded by Ingram. And here's Los Angeles. Young with the ball. Picked up by Ginobili. Good. Young's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. On defense, the Lakers. 4-point game. Parker dishes to Aldridge. The shot no good. And the Lakers going the other way now. Young for 3. San Antonio with the rebound. They're running. Aldridge, the pass to Leonard. That drops.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
Parker with the steal. And Parker with a clear path to the hoop. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted. The aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
Yeah, that's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end.
The free throw drops for Leonard.
So much of what ailed the Lakers could be traced to the lack of defensive presence, and it really came to a head when Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, called them out about looking to play Showtime offense while not paying attention to solid defense.
Now here's Parker after the miss from Ingram. The Spurs shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Well, how about last season? They shot 80% as a team from the free throw line. That's an impressive number.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
Lakers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today.
You can see the eye contact there. Gave a little nod and then burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
No doubt, Clark. A pair of teammates with a terrific feel for each other out on the floor.
And what a play to make in a close game, a potential momentum builder.
16 seconds left to play in the 1st quarter. Now here's Parker. From outside the arc. And it is good at the buzzer. Wow.
Oh, what a 3 at the horn. They end the quarter on a high note. What a big shot.
I'll say that'll put a little bounce in their step coming back out of this break.
And that does it for the 1st quarter. Spurs lead by 4. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports. All right, the 2nd quarter beginning in just a moment. Guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
I was impressed with their transition game, guys. They really got out and ran the lanes.
Yeah, they did. I mean, no better way to get easy buckets than through fast breaks. And, you know, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Now here's Ginobili. Following the miss by Lewis Williams. Back to Ginobili. Spurs passing it around. Parker outside. That falls. Nice feed that time for Manu Ginobili. Parker's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Spurs. Lakers trail by 7. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I mean, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Now here is Aldridge. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game. Leonard. He kicks it to Parker. Back to Leonard. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the refs saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the crowd immediately letting the officials have it after that whistle.
A very unpopular call there.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Calderon's checked in. Williams kicks to Jordan. Jordan can't get that one to fall.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
Leonard dishes to Aldridge. The pass to Parker. Back to Leonard. The feed to Gasol. Out to Parker. Shot clock at 6. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Starting to really play well here and trying to pull away.
Yeah, and they're doing it effectively, Steve. I mean, they're on all cylinders right now, clicking beautifully.
Passes it to Randall. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
I'll tell you what, wandering aimlessly out of bounds like that might earn him a ticket to the bench.
Ginobili, that's for 2. A sensational shot at the buzzer.
And perfectly timed. Couldn't have done it any better. How about the poise under pressure?
Well,
unbelievable.
Guys, he got himself into as good a position as he could before he pulled the trigger. What a play.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Spurs. They lead by 14. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
Now, presented by Sprint.
Welcome to 2K Sports. I hope you're having a great afternoon. San Antonio on top against the Lakers. They're racking up the assists, great passing in the early going. Everything is going right for Tony Parker all over the court against the Lakers. He's got 8 points, and his defense has been very solid. He's been bothering shots. He's keeping his hands active, making it difficult for guys to score on him. For the Lakers, they haven't been as good early on. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. Nick Young has been productive. Also getting into the mix, Luol Deng. That will be all for us. Thanks for stopping in, and we'll see you next time.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game.
What a game for Tony Parker. He has 8 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out on him quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on him.
San Antonio leading by 12.
You know, the Spurs really have a cohesive culture, and part of that is something that Greg Popovich has been able to do, and that's being able to join guys together that normally might not hang out. For instance, you have Matt Bonner taking Steven Jackson out to a Coldplay concert last season. One way to help guys get to know each other off the court, and it helps them on the court.
Now here's Ginobili. He's got 5. Parker's shot is off. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Young. Sinks the 15-footer. Young's got 4 points now in the quarter. And back to Popovich and the Spurs, he really makes a point of getting to know his players and have them get to know one another.
That's right, Kevin. He likes to have his players have a sense of perspective about the world. He wants them to know that there are other things going on besides the NBA. In fact, back in 2012, he had the players watching the presidential debates together.
Jordan, he's checked in for Russell.
Well, the thing I noticed with him is, what makes him so difficult to defend, how good he is at running the pick and roll. He sets really good screens, his timing is right, and then the roll always seems to be in rhythm and in sync with his point guard.
And something else he has is an array of moves in the paint. You can make a training video for young players to figure out how to play down low in terms of how he gets it done inside.
Here's Aldridge, and that one is stuffed right through. A free run to the hoop and some thunder on the finish.
Not exactly the way the D would have drawn that one up.
And when you got the space, you might as well throw it down. That's what I always used to do.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Well, I think this is one of the more amazing stats in sports when you think about it. No matter the season or the roster, the Spurs just seem to find ways to win 50 games. They've done it 14 straight seasons now, which is off the charts.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. Good. Young's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And Clark, as you said, the Spurs last season hitting 50 wins for the 14th consecutive season. By the way, that's an NBA record. Second closest were the Lakers with 12 straight, Steve, from 79 to 91.
Yeah, 58 wins last season for San Antonio. Greg Popovich calls it corporate knowledge, just the consistency that comes with the experience of the group. And they've been together so long, particularly that core, that I think it allows the Spurs to really kind of cruise at times during the regular season.
1 second left. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Spurs lead by 9. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And the final period of play just about to start. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
You know, something else I've noticed is just how many of their baskets have been set up by assists throughout the game.
Gasol. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And the defense looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Yeah, I like that. A foul to save the layup. Make him earn it at the line.
And the Lakers making a change here. Young's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And here is Los Angeles now. They trail by 11. On the wing, Dang. And Gasol sends it back. And a fast break now for the Spurs. And he lobs it up toward the rim. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there. The free throw drops for Leonard.
Well, since the new CBA, the league has made the luxury tax much more punitive. But certainly the Lakers blessed with the financial wherewithal to be a tax-paying team. The problem is it can hurt your flexibility under the new rules just to make deals, and that's going to be the challenge for LA.
Spurs leading by 12. Ginobili kicks to Leonard. Launches a 3. A rebound by the Lakers. We've got 1:13 left in the fourth quarter. Well, you talk about the huge fan base for the Lakers, Clark, one of the marquee franchises certainly in the entire NBA.
I would even stretch that to all of sports, Kevin. The market and their finances clearly have helped them gain that stature, but you can't shortchange the organization, the people making the decisions. They've been a winner for a long time, and that's been the magic ingredient that's attracted fans, players, sponsors, the full package.
Mozgov, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Young, here we go. Count that one.
Well, he's having a great half here. Exactly the opposite of the first.
San Antonio's gone 3-6 tonight when they run it fly from downtown.
He saw that one was going long, and he tracked it down.
An even 3-on-3 break. Unloads from 13. Gets hauled in by LaMarcus Aldridge. San Antonio's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Leonard, the pass to Ginobili. Parker. Back to Ginobili. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Five to shoot. He dishes it to Leonard. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here is Russell. Young outside. He passes to Diff. Off target from three-point range. Here's Leonard. Off target. And so it's San Antonio with the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.
And that'll do it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Tony Parker.